Well, since I'm actually doing a drive on Sunday, going back home from the Worn and Wound WindUp show in Chicago, or Watch Fair rather, had a great time. I just blasted down Saturday morning. Now I'm driving back Sunday. Sorry about the bug guts on the windshield. I usually try to keep that clean. But dad joke real quick, maybe you've heard it, maybe not. What is the last thing that goes through a bug's mind as it hits your windshield? It's butt. Alright, dad joke's out. Okay. So, yeah, had a great time. Blasted down Saturday, hung out at the show until it closed, until they kicked us out Saturday, and went and chilled for a little bit, and then I was summoned. There was a lot of awesome people at the guys from the Gray NATO. I'll put a link to their podcast in case you don't know. Watch podcasts are actually like kind of cool. Like I'm listening to them right now actually. I mean, I don't, right there, boom. So they threw a little get together at a little microbrew right like a block and a half away from the venue for the WindUp fair. So went over there, met up with a bunch of great people, and they had like free pizza and free drink tickets, plus they did a raffle, and I think Citizen sponsored that in collaboration with the Gray NATO. So that was really cool to hang out there. And then I know a lot of people broke off and went and had dinner. I was even invited to go to a couple things, but I'm like, man, I just ate a bunch of pizza and had a beer. Like, I'm done, I'm full. So, well, I guess there's always more room for more drinks and food. But so yeah, and then I went out with a couple other friends and hung out for a little bit, and then kind of turned in early Saturday night. I kind of been learning my lesson about some of this travel, about trying to stay out too late or, you know, party a little too much. Just kind of backfires, kind of ruins your next day. So thankfully I concluded the evening and just went home. Oh, back up though, Saturday at the show I bought a watch. I'm actually wearing that watch. So it is the Raven Airfield, I think is what it's called, and it's the white dial, has an orange seconds hand down there. Got to meet Steve, the owner of Raven and Finch Knives. He was there with a booth with Jerry from Dryden, so I got to, you know, meet Steve finally. I met a lot of other people that, you know, I just get to see him again at the show. What else? So yeah, I bought this watch, and then that was Saturday. Sunday, I get up super early, so I got some alone time. It was pretty cool. I walked down to a breakfast place after I got ready and everything, and just had a nice little breakfast by myself. I almost never eat meals by myself. I realize that now. Maybe some of you guys do, maybe you're used to it. I remember the first couple times I've done that, I felt a little weird, but it's actually, man, nice sunset going on over there. It's actually kind of nice. There's a little bit of a serenity to it, you know, like, yeah, you only got to worry about yourself. You just kind of go, you're at peace. Like, I didn't even fiddle with my phone or nothing. I just kind of absorbed my surroundings and thought about what I was doing and what I was going to do that day. So it was just kind of nice. So walking around Chicago in the morning when the city's not really alive yet, I love doing that. In any of these cities, I typically get up. I don't jog or run or anything. Maybe at some point I will, but I just get up and go walk around. So there's just not a lot of people out really. So that's an enjoyable time in these cities for me anyway. Fast forward to the show, get to the show, got there a little bit early, actually stayed in the hotel where a lot of the other brands were at, the Crown Plaza. So met up with Alan from Zao from Zao Baltimore Watch Company, and gave Alan and another buddy I was hanging out with that flew in from Kansas City a ride to the show, parked, hung out, talked, all that good stuff, and then went to the show. Now, I wasn't able to stay until the conclusion of the show on Sunday, which is at like 5 p.m. I think I got out of there close to 3-ish or after 3. I was shooting for 2. I knew that wasn't going to happen. I just, you know, I had to go around and get the video. you know, and now I still have to edit all that, put all that together. I've never been pulled in so many different directions as I was in the Chicago show. Both from, it is great. That's my favorite part about going to these watch meetups, is talking to the people, whether it's the brand owners, representatives, or, you know, the watch enthusiast. That's like one of my favorite things about it. So if somebody, you know, said, hey, I like your videos or whatever, I was approached by, I don't know, I don't even know how many people. I don't keep count. That really isn't important to me. It's more important to me to like have that engagement. So when somebody does that, when they take the initiative to do that, I gotta take a drink. Hold on a second. I have not had enough fluids today, but so when they do that, you know, the phone goes in the pocket and I have a nice one-on-one engagement with them. So I prefer to do it that way and not have any other distractions. So again, met a ton of great people, some locals, some people traveled quite a distance. I met up with Paul, and we're going to talk more about Paul in the future video. But I met up with him, hung out with him. He came in from Texas. You know, I met quite a few other people that had traveled, but also there was a lot of like local to semi-local. You know, I say local. If you live in the suburbs of Chicago, you're local. And I know that maybe there's like turf wars there or something, but you know, if you live outskirts Chicago and you're going to something in Chicago, you're local. You're a Chicagoan. So I had a great time at the show. Tried to wrap things up. Got a full video of, I think, everybody's booth. I'm pretty sure. I hope I did. And I tried to slow down. I didn't do any audio, you know, vocals from me. I'm not even going to do any voiceovers. It's just going to be the crowd noise, and then I'll put some music over it to kind of like soften it a little bit. But I tried to go a little bit slower, but if I went fast, it was because somebody was trying to talk to me and I was just trying to get that portion of the video done. So I apologize for that. I will continue to try to do better at that. I even thought about doing a live stream there, but I knew it wasn't gonna happen. So hey, real quick on this car, the lane keep assist on this thing is not lane keep assist. This thing is damn near auto drive. Like, it's gonna ask for a steering input here in a second, but it'll take turns and everything, and the steering input that it requires is minimal. It's almost nothing. It's incredible. It's mind-blowing that Honda was able to incorporate this system, yet my Toyota, which is much more expensive, is not nearly as good at ping pongs. This thing keeps center lane. It is great. And I'm not using cruise control because it's that time of evening where deer and stuff like to, you know, cross the road. So I got to keep a really good vigilance on the surrounding area and be prepared to. I don't do evasive maneuvers unless it's absolutely clear, but you know, I'll go like hard brake if I need to. But you got to watch it, like here, like where you know, you can see where there's old deer hit and stuff. I'll probably freaking hit one while we're talking about it, but you just got to keep an eye out, and because it's like 9 o'clock, so this is when they start to move. So I'm hoping to. I got like another hour to go, so I'm sure I'm gonna see some deer. So anyway, I lost my train of thought. But anyway, show was great. I'm driving back. I got to meet a lot of great people. I got to meet a lot of new people. And I look forward to going to the next WindUp show. I don't think I'm going to make it to the Worn and Wound WindUp Watch Fair New York, because I'm going to a different event that's really close in the schedule for that. So I just don't think I can do both. But then I also have next month, and I'll try to get some more details, because if you live or happen to be in the Long Beach, California area, you know, or whatever the range is that is acceptable for you to commute in, I will be in Long Beach, California for the Mimo's Jewelry meetup, which a lot of it we're gonna be outside talking, because his shop is not like big. We can fit like 5 people in there at a time. It's so cool. It's almost like a watch bodega. You know what I mean? If that makes sense for you, those that know what a bodega is, like, it's way more intimate. It's very cool. I dig it. I love going there. This will be the 3rd year I've done it, and this year I kind of want to open it up a little bit. Typically, I'll use it. I usually keep it more reserved to my Discord group, But this year I want to kind of open it up. You know, I want to get some other people in there and stuff. We'll see. Let me know if you're interested, I guess, in that, if you've watched this video that long. If this video is even recording, because I just hit record and I started talking, so hopefully it worked. But that's it. This one's not going to be very timely because everything that I just talked about already happened. But that's just the way things go. It's crazy that I don't know. My schedule is ridiculous. I'm starting to realize that. I never really thought of it that way, but I'm starting to realize that my schedule is ridiculous, and I'm gonna probably make some adjustments, and I might move some things around. I mean, maybe the Sunday drive goes away. I don't know. I don't want it to, but there's some other things that I also want to do, and something has to give. So, but that is all. I'm going to be getting off the expressway in like 17 miles according to the Waze app, and then I'll be on a 2-lane road, which is only 55 mile an hour, and I got to really stay alert because that is where the deer strikes definitely happen. So thanks for watching, guys. I'll see you on the next vid.